Received an email from the Australian government and its National Health and Medical Research Council. Now you'll see in this email that they speak of the Queen's birthday honours, and look at those familiar faces. Of course, you'll recognise Dr. Brendan Murphy, Australia's Chief Medical Officer. This is the fellow that when he was asked at a recent hearing what a woman was, he said he couldn't answer because it's a very contested or contentious space. He couldn't answer. He can't tell you that his mother was a woman, that the woman that delivered him, he can't tell you about that. And here we have Jeanette Young. Well, she's now the Governor of Queensland. It pays to give advice to lock down families and raise suicide rates and ruin businesses, hey? Doesn't it pay? And who could forget, hey? Don't talk to your neighbours! Yeah. That world headline itself. In fact, that's what they should call Dr. Kerry Champ. They should just call her the world headline for health. Don't talk to your neighbours! So why am I ruining your day with this stuff from the National Health and Medical Research Council? Well, they send us emails talking about how proud they are of their health officials being awarded by the Queen. But what they don't speak about, this National Health and Medical Research Council, is their integral role in the biggest medical cover-up in Australian history. Let me quickly explain. In the mid-1980s, there was an HIV crisis, and it, of course, contaminated Australia's blood supply. It did the same in the United Kingdom. It was decided in Australia in the mid-1980s that we would have what was called a recall. That's right. Anyone that donated blood or received blood was asked to come in to be tested for HIV. Now, this is where the Australian government and the National Health and Medical Research Council came in. After 1985, the National Health and Medical Research Council received the most shocking news. They were informed by the British government and others that a Chernobyl-scale event of contamination, and we're not talking about HIV, that they had just asked for a recall to be done. No, we were talking about another deadly virus that infected tens of thousands of more people in the United Kingdom and Australia. It was called non-A, non-B hepatitis. And in 1989, they named this deadly virus that destroys livers and is the number one reason for liver transplantation in Australia today and causes liver cancer. They named it hepatitis C. And they knew that tens of thousands, potentially up to 88,000 Australians, had been exposed to this deadly virus from blood transfusions. What on earth were they going to do? Well, this is what they were going to do. They knew that in 1985 there'd been a recall. So what the National Health and Medical Research Council decided to do, faced with tens of thousands of infections and faced with a cover-up coming from the United Kingdom that told them, listen, for God's sake, don't let anybody know about the hepatitis C contamination. We've done the HIV recall. That led to us discovering about the hepatitis C. So no matter what you do not do a recall on hepatitis C. And that's why all these decades later, there are so many Australians still out there today that don't know they're carrying this deadly virus because they received it from blood, or their mothers received a blood transfusion during childbirth, or they may have acquired it through some other means because a family member had received blood. What a disgrace! And this National Health and Medical Research Council send us emails to talk about how they're awarding the very people that preside over a healthcare system that is engaged in a criminal cover-up that will end up making world headlines. Please, please, please back our call for a Royal Commission by going to our bio, clicking on the link, or clicking on the link associated with this video. Thank you very much for watching.